All right, now moving on to the Green Bay Packers, who a lot of folks will say are possibly the best team in football, depending on who you ask. I still think there are questions at quarterback that need to be answered. Going up against Mike's Cleveland Browns on Lake Erie in Cleveland. Mike, I'm going to let you have the floor here. What are your thoughts on last week? And what do you think the Browns' chances are getting 8 points against the Packers at home?
Well, I'm just gonna let's just rip the Band-Aid off, fellas. I have no confidence in Joe Flacco as a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns for this entire season. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out.
He's officially lost the confidence.
He's lost the confidence. He's lost this locker room. God damn it. No. Not only did we get the near pick six when we're driving, it's more so there is no complimentary football to help out the defense that is playing their ass off. We had the fumble six, which was just, it was like a Three Stooges play, how it happened. Game on the line, fourth down play in Ravens territory, gets blown up. Roquan Smith takes it to the house. Like, it's just it's embarrassing the kind of football we're putting out there. Because he threw 2 picks, had a 50% completion percentage. He's taking the shots. He has the arm. It just can't. It's not getting there, dude. His one.
Mike, let me cut you off for a second. So you want to take Joe Flacco out?
Let's see what we got.
Let's see what we got with Dillon Gabriel against probably one of the best defenses we've seen in the NFL in years.
Maybe
what the Packers are putting
not,
out there right
maybe
now?
Not yet, but I'm saying that's you. Do you want the heartbeat? Do you want the heartbeat, Pat?
Yeah, no, I want my finger on the pulse of what the Browns fans are
against
thinking.
The best defense. It's
in his first game against Michael Parsons and the Packers defense.
Last week was embarrassing.
To be fair, I didn't mean to cut you off, Mike, but it's not like the schedule gets much easier after this game. They play the Lions, the Vikings, the Steelers, and then really doesn't get easy until they play the Dolphins in the middle of October.
That's a juicy spot for Dillon.
If you look at Flacco's one touchdown from last game, it should have been picked. It was a near pylon route, kind of mid end zone, should have been picked. There was a set of hands that it went over by this much. Like, lucky as hell. Marlon Humphrey should have had it. It would have been 2 picks, no touchdowns for Joe Flacco. I'm done with it. I know you want to be a competitive football team. You want to see what we have. It's only week 2. I get it. I'm ready to move on. And then what happened when we moved on? Dillon Gabriel got a touchdown. Dillon Gabriel showed you there he can do it in a short field, 20 yards, but he can do something. Here's what it is. We are wasting a great defense. And
they just allowed 34 points to the Ravens, but
that was near the end of the game. We had Joe Flacco pick 6 in there. This cannot happen, Pat. I'm just saying. It was the same story. The Browns make a stop. It's the same story as the Bengals game. The Browns make a stop. Bengals get the ball back. Yes, we make a stop. We drive down the field. Bengals get the ball back, and we blow. We can't put up points. We're not putting people in the end zone right now. We had 3 points in the first half last week. It was 20-3. You're wasting greatness, is what I'm saying. Lamar Jackson. When they were driving, Lamar Jackson, Myles Garrett, pow, sacked the hell out of him as they were driving. Statement. Did it matter? No. A lot of touch. No, I'm saying a lot of the touchdowns, especially from last week that we gave up, came from offensive mistakes. It was a scoop and score in the pick that set them up at the 20. This is not the defense. If you're giving the defense that half of the field and 20 yards, to make the statement and try. It's not going to happen.
I'm with you, Mike. I'll give the defense a pass.
Did nothing. You know that. You know that. You know that. Derrick Henry did nothing.
He didn't need to do anything, but
he
sure.
didn't need to do anything. The running back that going into the week was leading the league in leading the NFL.
It's been 1 week, Mike.
It was 1 week.
Nothing.
It's leading the league in rushing.
It's my time. No. I'm saying 2 yards a carry, 11 carries. The stats don't lie.
So let's. What do you think about this game?
Is good.
Lamar had 4 touchdowns. We need corner help. I completely get it. We need corner help. Miles Harden is not it. In the nickel roll, it's not it. I get it. We do need the help. Denzel Ward got hurt, and we saw how bad it looked without him out there. It is not the defense.
Browns fans who listen to this aren't going to like me, but at what point are you just kind of looking towards those 2 picks in the next year's draft and just punting on this season? When are we going to give it up?
Why? We should be happy right now. This is like the draft lottery.
Where's the joy?
You're going to have
this
2
is the draft lottery. We're all in the draft
high
lottery.
You guys
you have 2 first-round picks.
You guys just look ahead
for 2 very bad teams.
I mean, okay, Mike, I do want to know what specifically on this game, though. The book I'm looking at right now, Browns are getting 8 points in this game. How do you feel about the spread? Is it dependent on Joe Flacco not playing and Dylan Gabriel getting his start against this defense? I don't think it's going to happen, but if Joe Flacco plays, if you don't get your wish, do you have the Packers covering here?
I mean, it opened up at 6.5. Yes, I have the Packers covering in this one. Because I think there's going to be much of what we saw from last week. Joe Flacco was going to hold the ball for too long, and he'll get sacked by an aggressive pass rush. And now you add Micah Parsons into it. He's obviously good for a pick a game, just because he's going to throw it up. He's going to take the shots he can. I'm not sure about on the outside, where we have the advantageous matchups. It's not an O-line thing. I really think it comes down to Joe Flacco, and it's just like he is invested. He invests in his offensive line. He expects the protection, and then when it's not there, I mean, you're sacking a 40-year-old quarterback, and the ball could go anywhere. And it's just he's not getting the ball out on time. He's waiting for these plays to develop, but he doesn't have the time. He doesn't have the mobility to get out and extend a play to make it something positive from what is looking like a very negative. And it's just we did get to see. I liked Quinshon Judkins. He looked very good. He had 61 yards last week, but if he's not, he is the only one. Joe Flacco is the only one that will allow us to play complementary football, and he's not doing it. But do I think we can cover this spread in the first half? Yes, I really do. I really do. Second half is kind of where you've seen it fall off for Joe in these past 2 games. It's like he's getting out there, he's taking the hits. Everyone gets a little worn down. You throw the 40-year-old quarterback out there. He's not – he's just – I think our defense is going to keep us in the game. I really like the under in this game. But,
yeah,
I mean –
that was going to be my next question I asked was about the total. I like the under as well, especially with the injuries on the Packers side. But
I like it with the injuries on the Packers side, and I think our defense is the one that is going to keep us competitive in that. Do I see us pulling it out? 7.5. Now that I'm looking at it, I may be back all in on the Browns, but no, I just think the inability to put together these drives without. I mean, what am I supposed to say, dude? Like we've put together drives, and I've seen Joe Flacco turn the ball over the most in the NFL in the red zone to this point. And it's just like Quinshon Judkins looks.
So you have them keeping it within a touchdown against the best team in the NFL at 7.5. If you're flirting with it,
you just want to ask pointed questions.
No,
Pat?
Mike.
No.
Answer the question.
You want me to say what? You want me to answer the question? No. We're at 7.5. No, don't bet it. Don't bet it. It stinks to high heaven. No, don't bet it. 0-3. Put Dylan Gabriel in, then put Shador in. You're wasting generation.
This sounds like a disaster of a season if that's how it goes.
But I love the first half under because I really do think this defense is ready to play. You are seeing one of the best defensive lines in terms of getting pressure. You saw the most mobile quarterback in the NFL in a panic. Myles Garrett put him through the crust of the earth when they were driving.
Yeah, sure, one time, but I mean, I don't know how panicked he was. He threw for 4 touchdowns, Mike.
Yes, Turtle, because they got great field position.
I mean, he still threw for 4 touchdowns, dude.
I think we shouldn't poo-poo Mike's praise of
the
Browns defense so much. It's a good defense. And Lamar Jackson's going to go off against everybody.
Myles Garrett's been a man possessed so far this year. I'm just curious of how long that defense stays motivated because we saw it with the Jets last year and like a handful of other teams where
I got questions.
Coach gets fired or gone. Defense plays well early in the year and then they just quit because their offense is so bad that it might happen with the Texans. I mean, we'll get to them. But,
Denzel Ward got hurt and we saw how bad it got. Miles Harden cannot play the nickel role. Cameron Mitchell got burned in the end zone. Wide open touchdown he gives up. So we need corner help. If it's not there, do I expect Jordan Love to make sure that he can get the ball to his receivers and they can move the ball? Am I worried that they're going to move the ball down the field now? So no, give me I'm not taking it, but if you want to make money this weekend, take the Packers.
Okay, I thought you were about to say take the under.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say
I thought that's where it was going. But
I think we can all get down on the under. I think the only thing that doesn't cash the under in this game, in my opinion, is like you mentioned, Mike, some Mike Fluky, Joe Flacco, short field touchdown shenanigans, or like Jordan Love doing something similar because Jordan Love likes to put the ball in harm's way too. I think turnovers, special teams will send it to the over, but as far as the actual game's concerned, it smells like an under game.
I do just want to add, you guys say, moving off Flacco. We have you drafted 2 quarterbacks for a reason. You're going to keep Kevin Stefanski.
I don't know if they drafted 2 quarterbacks for a reason.
I think
drafting one quarterback makes sense.
I think his season.
Are we sure Stefanski sticks around too? I that's no disrespect to Stefanski. I like him as a coach, but
I think his
can't be sure he sticks around.
Is heating up. I think you pull the plug, you put in the new quarterback, and let's just see what we have. Maybe not week 3. But if it turns ugly, yes, you're absolutely going to see them week 3, probably pretty early. So, we need corner help. We were getting mossed by DeAndre Hopkins. It's DeAndre Hopkins. It is what it is. It's just it's abysmal. What do you want me to say?
Well, I think
I got these scars.
Mike is officially Joker-fied. He's a Cleveland Browns Joker. You got to.
All right, so we all for our picks. We can just quick pick the rest of it. I'm guessing we're all on Green Bay.
I'm on Green Bay for sure. I'm also on the under, and another reason that I
like the under.
Real quick that I want to say the under are the injuries along the Packers O-line, and also Jaden Reed obviously as well. But with the injuries to Banks and Tom across the O-line, I think they're going to run the ball, rely on Josh Jacobs. And I know he was a limited participant in practice today, but if Josh Jacobs is playing, they'll just be able to run the ball in this game, control the ball, and not do anything, risk Jordan Love getting sacked and driven into the crust of the earth, according to Mike, by Myles Garrett or some other one. On this respectable Browns front, I do think we give Mike a lot of crap about it, but the Browns defense is, a lot of it has to do with Mike with Myles Garrett and the X factor that he brings. But there is certainly something to respect, and I think the Packers will, and I think that's why they'll commit to the run game in this game, and I like the under a lot, depending on the total. But yeah, I'm going to go Packers for sure.
I think the total is 42, and I even at that number. I like the under. Again, I think the only thing that sends it over is turnovers or special teams, in my opinion. I think it's a conservative game plan from Green Bay, and I don't see a lot of success for the Browns offense. But my pick in this game is the under. I guess like if you had for the podcast sake, like I'll pick Green Bay to win just as like my pick, but my gambling pick is the under.
And Christian's been chilling like AJ Hawk right now, just staring at the camera this whole segment. So Christian, what are your thoughts on this one?
I guess I concur pretty much with all that. I just would say maybe Myles Garrett has a sack or two. It's going to be interesting to see who the best 5 this week for Green Bay is, with both those guys out that Pat mentioned. If Jordan Morgan plays right tackle or Anthony Belton plays right tackle, that's going to be a big X factor matchup with Myles Garrett. So we'll see. I do like him to have a couple sacks. I would take that prop bet in a heartbeat.
Multi-sack game?
Yeah, I would say so. At least 1.5 sacks. I do like that a lot. And then I think for Cleveland to have success offensively, look, they're going to have to run between the tackles. Quinshon Judkins had a lot of juice. He looked really good to me. So if they have any success this weekend, I think it's because of the run game. But I do think giving the ball up early, quick 3-and-outs, maybe turnovers, giving the Packers a short-sided field, I think those are all going to be the factors in why the Packers win this week. And if the Browns have to pass the ball at all and on any passing downs, I don't think they stand a chance. Jack Conklin might not play, so we will see how that right tackle position shakes out for the Browns. I'm going to take the Packers to cover that spread, and I like the under as well.
All right, so we got a consensus.
Wrap
us up, Mike, on this
one more thing on the under, just in terms of how Christian was talking about the play calling. I mean, I think it becomes an open your eyes. You had success with Quinshon Judkins. It's going to be much different with that Packers defensive front up there. But I mean, you're going to need. You saw what happens when you're putting the ball in Joe Flacco's hands to go out there and have to be the one that is making all the plays. You don't need to do that right now. Let's see what the young guys have. I would like to see them establish a run a lot more. Get the offensive line that is playing good when it comes to run blocking. They really are. They're creating holes. They're being able to get running backs to the outside. Dylan Sampson was able to run through the tackles and get that touchdown. It was a pass that he caught from Dylan Gabriel. But he's the one that got us down there into the red zone. It was Dylan Sampson and it was Dylan Gabriel. So I mean, let's just give me something, man. I like the under 20.5 in the first half. I think the defense on both sides shows up. I think it's going to be ugly. I think maybe you're looking at a 10-10 game at the very tops. And then, top may come off if mistakes come in. And that's it. Well, I got all these gray hairs. Yeah. No, but
I love the optimism.